Does it seem like your partner is so stubborn that your relationship will never actually get back on track? Does it seem like it might even be a lost cause? Well, if that's the case, then this is probably the video for you, because chances are you're probably approaching this whole situation from the wrong angle. Now, most people have been taught that you need to, make it seem like you don't care that much, like you're, not interested in them, like you're using the no contact rule, like you're using mind games, reverse psychology, playing hard to get, etc. This is absolutely not what you want to do. And we're going to explain that for you in this video, and we're going to get you on the right path towards getting your relationship back on track, even if your partner is incredibly stubborn. But it all centers around one central concept that you must understand. And this is going to cause you to abandon all of these other outlooks and philosophies and theories, etc., that are probably holding you back. Hey there, it's Clay with ModernLove.Life. Now, again, there is a lot of information out there, and it's hard to understand what you should pay attention to and what is maybe not in your best interest. Now, there's a lot of things out there that say you shouldn't play hard to get, you should use the no contact rule, you should follow attachment styles, you should do all these other sorts of things. You should play armchair psychologist. Is your partner a narcissist? Oh, look at that, they are. Oh, look at that, they have an avoidant attachment style. All these sorts of things. By the way, it's absolutely okay to, seek mental health help and all of that. Please do so if you need to. What we want to really focus in here on is stubbornness. And what does it take to save a relationship from the brink of falling apart, separating permanently, in the face of a stubborn partner? And the truth is that there are a lot of these filters that people do pay attention to, like who has power, who doesn't have power, who seems like they're in control, who's having their cake and eating it too, who's getting into a relationship faster, who's making the other person jealous, etc., etc. And these are all, in my opinion, the wrong way to go about looking at this. What I do think that you should be looking at instead, however, is the emotional connection. This is absolutely the most important thing. I've said this on many videos over the years on this channel, but the emotional connection is the most important thing. And I do not say that lightly. I mean that very, very, very literally. We're going to talk about that in this video. We're going to talk about how you can start to make progress with this. And we're going to start to, again, give you the resources that you need to make sure all of this happens. So please watch through to the end. Let's reason this here for a moment if you don't believe me. If your partner is going to get back together with you, why is this going to happen? How is this going to happen? If you are like most people who want to have a great, healthy, heart-centered relationship, which I'm guessing you do, I hope you do. If you do not, then please do not watch this video. But if you do want to have a great, healthy, heart-centered relationship, then it's probably going to happen because your partner decides that they want to be back together with you again. Okay, great, duh, right? But what is it going to take for them to actually decide to want to get back together with you again? If you remember what it took for you to decide to want to be with them in the first place, it was probably something along the lines of, well, I just decided that I wanted to be with them because it just felt so good interacting with them. It felt so good talking to them, or it felt so good connecting with them, or it felt so good spending time with them, or something like that. Drawing some conclusions from this, we can say it has to feel good. It has to be rewarding. It has to have a good, positive, emotional component to it. You didn't want to get back together with them because they had power over you, probably. You didn't want to get together with them because they cared less than you did, probably. You didn't want to get back together with them because they were trying so minimally that you just seemed like you had to chase them, probably. And it probably didn't happen because they were, using reverse psychology on you or anything like that. So these are probably not going to be the strategies that you want to use to save your relationship either. Can we all just agree that we're going to let go of these strategies and we're going to focus in on what matters, the emotional connection? Okay, so with that being said, what are the series of obstacles that stand between where you're currently at, where the current picture is between you and your partner, and having this great emotional connection that's going to allow them to decide to get back together with you. There are a couple things that are in place that are very common that I would probably encourage you to look at your own situation to see if these are things that you need to address. But the first one is that they probably don't see you as being on the same team as them. That is to say, they see the two of you as being on opposite teams for whatever reason. Maybe the two of you want different things in life. Maybe the two of you had some big, heavy arguments. Maybe there was some contempt or bitterness or betrayal or lack of trust or something like that. But they probably don't see the two of you as wanting the same things. And that's probably causing them to feel defensive towards you. So what you really want to do is you want to adjust expectations and recalibrate things so that the two of you can kind of get on the same team with all of this. It's important to create a low pressure environment where the two of you can work together. And that low pressure environment is going to basically reduce the urgency to make a decision right now so they can surrender and let themselves connect with you in the present moment. This is going to be an important factor in all of this, is letting them connect with you in the present moment. If you're able to do this, if you are able to connect with them in the present moment, then they're going to enjoy the experience. They're going to want to connect with you again. And over time, over a few iterations of this, it's going to cause the positive feelings for them to build, and it's going to allow them to want to spend more time with you. By the way, if this conversation that we're having is allowing positive feelings to build within you towards these videos that I make, please help me out by hitting the thumbs up button ever so gently for the YouTube algorithm. It does increase positive emotions within me, and I'm ever so grateful for you when you do that. But with that being said, we want to build up these positive emotions between you and your partner so that they start to become more and more equipped to make a decision about all this. This is the kind of convincing where they really get to convince themselves. You don't have to beg. You don't have to plead. You don't have to crawl over broken shards of glass. You don't have to, make a logical reason for why the two of you are good together, or, demonstrate and list out all of the things that you've done to change and improve yourself. Look at me. I have a certain body fat percentage. Look at me. I've got a raise at work. Look at me. I'm learning Spanish. Look at me. I'm being more patient or whatever, right? You don't have to do that because the connection speaks for itself. The connection is ultimately what's going to convince them much more than any logical argument, much more than any rational attempt to try to convince them or persuade them with a logical argument or with any sort of outcome or any sort of plea to your own desperation or anything like that. Just have a good emotional connection with them yourself. And then as they digest that, as they process that, that's going to open them up to wanting to connect with you more and more. And of course, the more that happens, they're going to want to commit to you again. So this might leave you asking, okay, great. This all makes sense, but how do I connect with them more? And so up next, I'd like you to watch this video on how to connect with your ex emotionally. This is a very important video, obviously, because it's going to expand on what we've talked about in this video, but it's also going to give you a roadmap for how you can start to get back together with your ex in this very simple and direct way. So I'll see you over there. Please take care and check out the video next.